Let's come into any comfortable seated posture that you like. Right, so I'm sitting on my favorite cork block. And so again, you have two ways of sitting, either with simple cross-legged, sitting on the heels, or if you want to even have the legs extended at this time, you may. So make sure that you're sitting on something to allow for the hips to be slightly higher than the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Lengthening the spine. The top of the head is rising towards the sky. And close the eyes here, or have a soft gaze. And just bring your awareness to the breath. Just notice the breath without changing it much. Taking these full, deep inhalations through the nose. Good. So everything from the hips below are descending down to the earth. And then everything from the hips above is lengthening up towards the sky. So all together, let's inhale the shoulders forward up towards the ears. Exhale back and down. Once more, inhale the shoulders forward. Exhale back and down. Now come to stillness. Keep the chest nice and open. Feel the shoulder blades going down along the spine. Come into that place, beginning to put away the outside thoughts. We will begin the class by chanting Om 3 times. Please take a deep inhale for Om. Om. Just allow for the sound vibration to resonate within you. And as you inhale, exhale, release the eyes open. First practice of the day, Netra Vyayamam. So we'll move the eyes in a diagonal movement. So try to keep the head steady. Sometimes the eyes wants to follow. So just move the eyes, keep the head steady. Let's go ahead and inhale the gaze to the top right corner of the vision. And then exhaling to the bottom left. Inhale the gaze to the top right. And exhaling to the bottom left. Go ahead and continue at your pace. Just move the eyes fluidly. Strengthening all the eye muscles. There's 6 muscles in each eye, pulling in each direction. Relax the face and the jaw while you do this. Good. And then when the gaze comes to the top right corner of the vision, bring the eyes center, close and relax them. As you inhale, exhale, release the eyes open. Now we're going to move the eyes in the opposite direction. So again, head steady, inhale the gaze, top left. And then exhaling to the bottom right. Inhale the gaze to the top left. And then exhaling to the bottom right. Go ahead and continue. This also tones and massages the optic nerve of the eyes. But what I appreciate about Netra Vyayamam, it actually improves your periphery vision as well. So try to practice these eye movements regularly. Good, and then when the gaze comes to the top left corner of the vision, bring the eyes center, close and relax them. Bring the palms together at the heart, at the chest, and rub the palms briskly. Develop that prana, or like it's cold outside, right? So once you feel that heat building up, so let's cup the eyes. So make sure no light gets in. And then just allow for the darkness and the warmth. Just soothe the eyes here. Allowing for the eyes to bask in that energy. Breathing deeply here. Taking those full, deep, conscious breaths this morning hour. Good, and slowly draw the palms together at the heart, lengthen the spine. Good. And then from your inhale, the arms straight up towards the sky, and then parting the arms, right? And then rather than crunching the shoulders together, draw the shoulders away from the ears. If you notice your low ribs are sticking out, draw them in line with the spine. Reach up, come out of the hips, reach up, nice and tall, good. Lower that right hand to the earth. Inhale that left arm up to the sky. Curve towards your right. Spin the belly button up towards the sky. Gaze could be either up or down. Right? Be mindful not to collapse forward. You lose the integrity of the pose. Good. Let's go ahead and take that right arm to join the left. Release the left arm down to the earth. Inhale. Lengthen the right arm. Curve towards your left. Bend that left elbow wide. The gaze is either up or down. Lengthen the side body. Breathe. Good. Bring that left arm up. Join the right. Palms touch. Slowly draw the hands to heart center. Really. Let's go ahead and come into tabletop. Hands and knees, hips width apart. Let's push away any props off to the side. Yeah. Toss it over. Good. Hands and knees, hips width apart, fingers widely spread. And I also like to emphasize here, if you want to put a blanket or a knee pad to support your knees, if you have sensitive knees, please do use these items. All right, tuck the tailbone under ever so slightly. We're going to come into Asana, cat and cow. Please take a deep inhale. Exhale, round the back and release the head and neck down. Inhale, arch as you reverse the spine. Exhale, round, initiating the movement from the tailbone so that you can really feel the rounding and arching of the spine. And I always like to say, pay attention to the energy. Like, how's the body feeling? Like, if you just want to do little baby movement this morning, or if you want to go deep, it's really up to how the body's feeling this morning. No judgment. Good. And then from here, bring the spine to stillness. Let's go ahead and shift the hips over to the left side. Take the gaze up and over that right shoulder. And then let's take it to the opposite side. Hips to the right. Gaze is up and over the left shoulder rather than hanging low. We're just going to get a nice lateral curve to the spine here. Remembering to breathe throughout your practice. Breath is key always. All right, let's go ahead and bring the spine to neutral. And from here, let's float that right leg behind us. Not too high, not too low. You notice your right hip is piking up. Draw that right hip down. Extend that left arm out. So nice spinal balance here. Please take a deep inhale. So point the toes, make a fist with your left hand. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the back. Nice and slow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Good. Exhale, round. Go at your pace. Inhale, extend. Pause here. Hold. Bend that right knee. Catch that foot, ankle or pants leg. Reach back. Utthita Dhanurasana. Half bow. Raise that right knee. Right thigh. Open up that left shoulder. The gaze is down at the mat. You always want to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Good. Extend everything out. Bring that hand and knee back to the earth. Let's roll around that right wrist. Might have gotten a little tired there, right? Good. Float that left leg behind you. Again, if you notice the left hip is piking up, draw that left hip down. Extend that right arm out. So point the toes, make a fist with the right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the back. Inhale, extend. Just a little bit of dynamic movement this morning. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Now come to stillness here. Bend that left knee. Catch that foot, ankle or pants leg. Reach back. Lift that left knee, left thigh. Open up that right shoulder. Gazes down at the mat. Good. Use a strap here in case you need to. Extend everything out. Nice plumb line. Bring that knee and hand back to the earth. Good. Now from here, we're going to come up into our first downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Curl the toes, lift the knees off the mat, and pause here. Squeeze the abdomen, right? Then push the abdomen on tops of the thighs. So this flattens the upper back and shoulder blades. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and straighten the legs. Good. Send the hips up towards the sky. Pedal the feet. Shake the head yes and no. Now, if you notice your hamstrings are tight, right? Bend the knees a little bit, right? Micro bend. That's fine by me. Good. So still, at the same time here, while you're in downward facing dog, remember to keep some space between the shoulders and the ears, right? So no crunching of the shoulders up towards the ears. You want to create that space. Now from here, inhale that right leg to the sky. Doesn't even have to be super high, just keep the hips level. Lower that right leg down. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Keep the hips level and lower that left leg down. Good, now from here, take the gaze towards the front of your mat and just slowly walk towards the front of the mat, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a hold of the elbows, sway the arms in ragdoll. Right, my favorite, I love to bend the knees and hug the legs. So whatever you decide, make sure you hinge from the hips, not the waist, okay? Again, micro bending here if necessary. Let the head hang. Feel the hamstrings waking up. Good, release the fingertips down to the earth. Now, and you can use blocks here too, please. Remember, use props. So right now, the weight is at the heels. Shift the weight to the balls of the feet, right? So you feel a little bit of a deeper stretch here into the hamstrings, right? You feel that? Oh yeah. Good, good, good stuff. Now from here, bring the arms alongside the ears and let's reverse swan dive up, nice and slow. Engage the core. Bring the arms up with you. Gentle back bend. Neutral spine, palms touch, hands to heart center. Good, release. All right, so let's go ahead and come up towards the front of our mats. Have the feet about hips width apart. Let's take a look down at the feet. Hips width apart, right? And then gaze is forward. Then from here, let's lift the heels. Good, come on down. Let's lift the toesies. And then the pinky toe on up to the big toe. So all 4 points of the feet nice and flat onto the earth. Gaze is forward. Inhale the shoulders forward, up towards the ears. Exhale back and down, palms facing the front of your mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. So close the eyes here for soft gaze. Feel the energy rooting down, coming up through the feet, the legs, solar plexus, the chest, and through the crown of the head and further. Please take a deep inhale here. Exhale, hands to the heart. So lock the thumbs, extend the arms out front. Inhale the arms up, gentle back. And then you could swan dive down, coming down into this forward fold, Uttanasana. Release the head and neck down. We're doing our sun worship now. Inhale, halfway. Hands to the knees, shin or a block. Right? The top of the back is nice and flat. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Take a nice step back with that left leg. Back knee down, uncurl the toes. Come on to the fingertips, gaze is forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Release the hips down. Make sure that ankle is directly underneath the knees. And again, if you need to use blocks, if you need to come up a little bit, come up, right? Gaze is forward, breathe. Good. Come down to frame the foot. Let's push back, downward facing dog. And from here, we'll come down, bring the knees to the mat, chest between the hands and chin. So pausing here, hips are elevated, elbows close to the body. Pull yourself through, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Shoulders along sides of the chest, elbows are hugging alongside the body. Pause here, gaze is down at the earth. You always want to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Release the forehead down to the mat, push up into a high plank. Palakasana, top of a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Pedal the feet. Slowly warming the body. Inhale that left leg to the sky. And then momentum brings that left foot towards the front of the mat. Take your time. Back knee down. Uncurl the toes. Gaze is forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Notice the body might be warming just a little bit. Maybe I am because I'm teaching and talking. All right. Good. Lower the hips down. Come down to frame the foot. Bring that right foot to join the left. Folding Uttanasana here. Good. Then lock the thumbs together. Inhale as you come up. Gentle back bend. Neutral spine. Palms touch. Hands to heart center. Pacify the breath. Now from here, inhale the arms up towards the sky. Gentle back bend. And then swan dive down. Coming back into that forward fold. Make sure the feet are about hips width apart. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Take a nice step back with that right foot. Now from here, keep that back knee raised. We're in a low lunge. Again, use blocks here if you need it. Right? And then from here, one breath brings you up. Bring the arms up. Anjali Asana. Right? Gaze is forward. Right? Lift that back heel. Bend that front knee. Smile. There you go. So you have options here. You could either have the gaze straight, arms straight up, or you could gaze up, arch the upper back, whatever you decide. Good. Let's come down to frame the foot. Push back, downward facing dog. Let's come down, knees, chest and chin. Pause here. Come up to baby cobra. Bhujangasana, elbows close to the body. Good. Let's take the gaze to the right. Back to center. Take the gaze to the left. Back to center. Now from here, let's lift the hands. Right, lift the feet. Not super high, just a little bit. Breathe. Good. Come down to frame, forehead to the mat. Push up into that high plank. Top of a push-up, Palakasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Take your breaths. Inhale that right leg to the sky. And then momentum, take your time. Step that right foot through. So we're in a low lunge with the right foot forward, left foot back. Drawing the shoulders away from the ear. Find some stability. Strengthen that back foot. Grounding in that front foot. And when you're ready, bring the arms up. Anjali Asana. Getting a little warm in this room. And again, you have options here. You can arch the upper back, upper spine. Take the gaze up toward the sky, or you could keep it straight. Arms straight up towards the sky, gaze is forward. Whatever you decide. Good. Let's come down to frame the foot. Bring that left foot to join the right, folding Uttanasana here. Release the head and neck down. Feel the backs of the legs stretching. The fingertips are on the mat. And then from here, bend the knees a lot. Bend the knees, bring the arms alongside the ears. Uttanasana, chair pose. Shall we hold for 20 minutes? Just kidding. Come all the way up. Gentle back bend. Neutral spine. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Pacify the breath. Okay, last round. Interlock the thumbs, extend the arms up, bring the arms up and back. Gentle back bend. Swan dive down, coming back into that forward fold. Release the head and neck down. Inhale halfway, hands to the knees, shin or a block. Your body looks like a reverse 7. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, take a nice step back with that left foot. Now from here, right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna anchor that left heel, that left foot, heel to arch alignment. Spin that left heel down, pay attention to this back knee. We're gonna come into a deep side angle pose, okay? So use a block here if you need it. Take that right hand in the inside of the right foot. Take that left hand to the left hip. Then spin the upper body up towards the sky, float that left arm up. Gaze is either up or down. And again, use a block here, or if you'd like to take it to a half side angle. Right elbow to the right knee. Breathe. Bang thermally. All right, good. Then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna tap that left arm down. Okay, so let's go ahead, exhale, tap that left arm down, inhale, rise. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, rise. Take that left arm down. Now we're gonna pivot that left foot. We're gonna come down to frame the foot. And you said it, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Good, good stuff. Let's come down, knees, chest and chin. Pull yourself through. Bhujangasana. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Hands along sides of the chest. Lower the forehead down to the earth. Push up into a high plank. Top of a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal the feet here. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Momentum brings that left foot towards the front of the mat. Take your time. And then from here, so same thing on the left side, we're gonna spin that right heel down. Anchor that right foot, heel to arch alignment. Pay attention to that back knee so that it's happy you're not torquing that back knee. Deep side angle, take that left hand in the inside of the left foot. Take that right hand to the right hip, spin the upper body up towards the sky. When you're ready, float that right arm up. Use a block here if you need to. Gaze is either up or down. Classify the breath. Then from here, we're gonna tap down with that right arm. So inhale here. Exhale, tap that right hand down to the earth. Inhale, right. Exhale, tap down, good. Inhale, rise, last one, tap down. Inhale, rise. Good, take that right arm down to the earth. Pivot that right foot to face the front of your mat. Step that right foot up. Coming back into that forward fold. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Let's reverse swan dive up, hinging up from the hip crease. Gentle back bend. Neutral spine, palms touch, hands to heart center. Pause here. Close the eyes. So from here, cover the heart with your right hand. Place the left hand on the abdomen, just right underneath the belly button. And you feel that energy awakening throughout the body. Feel the heartbeat. Perhaps a little bit of heat. And just honor the breath this morning. And release the arms alongside body. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick sip. Okay, let's go ahead and come towards the back of our mats. All right, so we're coming towards the back of our mats. And have the feet as wide as the mat, heels in, toes out. Hands at the heart. Gaze is forward, spine is nice and tall. Okay, and then from here, let's come onto the tippy toes, right? And then from here, bend the knees and slowly make your way down to Malasana balancing squat. Again, once you get down here, once you get down to the earth, adjust the placement of the feet. If you need to roll up a blanket to support the heels, you can do that. And once you get down here, use the elbows to widen the knees. See about bringing the hands a little bit close to the heart as best as you can. Gaze is forward. Good. Lower the hips down to the earth. Let's go ahead and take the gaze to the right. Keep the chin level. Take the gaze back to center. Take the gaze to the left. Take the gaze back to center. Release. And then what we'll do here, we're just going to glide the body over the mat. Just like that. Coming into Advasana. Let's go ahead and bring the arms together under the chin. And then bring the legs about hips width apart. And we're just resting on the chin. The arms are in crocodile arms, Makarasana. Bend the knees here. And just gently windshield wiper the feet. Give the low back a nice massage. You're giving a little bit of nice abdominal pressure. Good stuff. So let's go ahead and release the legs down. We're going to come into a variation of Ardha Shalabhasana, half locust. So we're on the abdomen, legs are hips width apart. Extend the arms out, up and overhead. Let me scoot back down a little. Palms facing down. So we're on the chin. Okay. So we're going to be lifting each limb, the right arm and the left leg simultaneously. So what we'll do here, so let's lengthen the right arm and the left leg and then lift up simultaneously and then lift the head, neck, and chest. Yes, just like that. So focus more on lengthening rather than height, okay? Lengthen and lower down. Take a breath here. Now second side, lengthen first the left arm and the right leg and then lift. Begin to lift the head, neck, and chest. Breathe. You're pressing that top of the left foot, right palm onto the earth. Lengthen and lower down. Let's take it back to the original side. Inhale, lengthen that right arm, left leg, lift the head, neck, and chest. Strengthening the low back, mid back. Good. Lengthen and lower down. And then last side. Lengthen the left arm, right leg, lift the head, neck, and chest. Breathe. Good. Lengthen and lower down. Now bring the forehead to the mat. Bring the arms alongside body, palms facing up. So we're going to, from here, we're going to energize the entire body here, okay? So from here, lift the head, neck, and chest, right? And then the hands, the arms, the feet, the legs, the thighs. The fingertips are trying to reach back towards the earth. Hold here. Now use a strap here in case you need it. We're going to go right into Dhanurasana, the bow pose. So bend the knees, catch the feet, ankles or pants leg. Take some deep breaths here. Good. Hold. Om 1. Om 2. Om 3. Gently release the legs down. Turn to one side of the cheek. Turn on one side of the cheek. Bend the knees. Windshield wiper the feet. Good job. Give that low back a nice massage. And even at this time, make fists with the hands and just kind of tap along the hips, the low back. You're your own masseuse. All right, bring the arms to stillness, release the feet down. Bring the forehead back to the mat. Bring the hands along sides of the chest, elbows close to the body. Push up to table. And then from here, we're gonna come into an extended child's pose. So have the knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch and push back. Arms up and overhead, palms facing down. So the sitting bones are gonna be close to the heels as best as you can. Take some, actually let's take a lion's breath here together. Please take a deep inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Good. Good. Now from here, slowly roll up. to sit on the heels, draw the legs together. Right? And then hands on tops of the thighs, gazes forward. Just pause here for a few breaths. Notice the energy shifting throughout the body as we flow through our practice this morning. Okay, so now from here, I'm going to face you guys. We're going to shift the weight, the hips to either side. Let's extend the legs out, coming into Dandasana seated staff. Right? If you need to support the sits bones with a blanket, right, just roll it up halfway. Bring the hands along sides of the hips and then sit up nice and tall. Right? Energize the legs. Feet are flexed. Again, back to that L shape. Right? Seated staff. Good. Then from here, bring the hands on. So you're still flexing the legs and the feet. Bring the hands on tops of the thighs. Good. And then now here you can really relax a little bit. And then from here, bend that right knee. So and then take a hold, interlace the hands and take that right knee close to the chest as best as you can. Okay? And then what we'll do here, take your right hand, take a hold of the outside of the right foot, drawing that right knee to the right armpit area or the right, so the right shoulder. It's kind of like a half of a happy baby, but seated. And try not to collapse back, but keep the spine nice and long. Bring that left arm out in the T position. So we're going to come into Ardha Padmasana Janu Shirshasana. That's a long one. Half lotus, head to knee. Okay? So you see this right foot? Take it high up into this left hip crease as best as you can. Now, if you have some issues with your knees, you could even just bring that right foot on top of the thigh rather than all the way up to the hip crease. Okay? Then from here, you have a couple options. You could put a blanket to support that right knee or a block, or you can bend that left leg. This is half lotus. Okay, so everybody's body's different. If you want to keep that left leg extended, support this guy like that, right? Then from here, inhale the arms up towards the sky. Lengthen up first, up, up, up. And then hinge from the hip crease, folding over that left leg. And let the hands land on the feet, the shin, the knee, wherever the hands fall. Release the hands down, and then release the head and neck down. Half lotus, head to knee. Now, if you do have that right foot high up into the hip crease, you feel the pressure of the heel pressing into the abdomen. We're starting to go into the parasympathetic nervous system. Good. And then from here, extend the arms out, nice and long. Slowly hinge upward. Nice and slow. And then exhale, release the arms down. Now from here, we're going to first internally rotate that right leg because we want to protect the knee, and then extend that left leg out. Ha, just like that. Good. Readjust the sits bone, second side. Draw that left knee towards the chest. Interlace the hands so that we could sit up nice and tall, right? Drawing that left knee in. So now from here, take that left hand on the outside of the left foot, drawing that left knee in towards the left side body or armpit region. Half of a happy baby. Sit up nice and tall. Bring that right arm out in a T position, palm facing down. Breathe. That left foot, again, do it the same way. And this is my tight side, okay? So just kind of pay attention to what your body's telling you. Take that left foot either high up onto that right hip crease, or you can even just take it in the center, right? Or even if you have to take it a little bit closer to knee, right? So just see how it feels as you explore it in this pose, right? Again, left knee is hanging. You could support it with a block or a blanket, or you could bend that right knee. This is half lotus, okay? Inhale the arms up. So leg extended or bent. So we're going to fold over, right? And then wherever the hands fall, right? So wherever the hands fall, either on the foot, ankle, shin, relax the head and neck down. Extend the arms out front, hinging upward nice and slow. And then exhale, release the arms alongside body. And then once here, right, so you take that left hand to the left knee, we'll internally rotate first and then extend out. Adjusting the sits bones. Now let's come into the seated wide angle, right? Upavishta Konasana. Oops, I got a little. And then from here, oh, sorry, I got a little cramp. Don't do that. Okay, so come into a seated wide angle. Bring the hands behind the hips. Again, try not to collapse back and have the spine nice and long. Flex the feet, flex the legs. Good. Bring the hands in front of the body. Keep that spine nice and long. Inhale here. And then exhale, walk the fingertips towards the front of the mat. And then just pause here. Take the gaze down at the earth. Breathe into where you feel the stretch happening in the hamstrings, right? Continue to flex the legs. Good. Now from here, inhale, lengthen the spine again. And then exhale, continue to walk the fingertips. Now you can come onto the forearms or a block, or just have the arms extended and just we're folding a little bit deeper here. Close the eyes or have a soft gaze. Release the head and neck down. Now from here, take 2 full deep conscious breaths. Notice as you exhale, you go into the pose a little bit deeper. Now taking that second inhale, exhale when you're ready. Good, and then slowly draw your hands back in towards the body. Take the hands behind the knees and slowly draw the feet and legs in together. Feet hips width apart, arms along sides of the hips. And just gently windshield wiper the knees. Good, good. You guys doing okay? Right? Right. So come to stillness. So now from here, let's go ahead and spin around to face the backs of our mats. And what we'll do here, let's have our blocks handy. We're going to come into Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, supported bridge, right? So have your blocks handy. Let's go ahead and lay on our backs. Lay on our backs here. Good. Allow for the shoulder blades to escape from underneath the body. Arms alongside body, palms facing down. Bend the knees, bring both feet onto the mat. Feet about hips width apart. Again, have your block handy, right? Walk the feet a little bit closer to the buttocks. And then from here, the hips, we're gonna push the hips up towards the sky, right? And come onto the shoulders, like if we were coming into shoulder stand, the full shoulder stand. Now take your block on whatever height you like, the lowest height, level 2, or the highest height. Place it onto your sacrum, right? It's the dimples, the 2 little dimples right above the buttocks. Find that comfortable edge. That comfortable spot, And then once you find you hit the nose with the sacrum, release down onto the block, arms alongside body, palms facing down, and just close the eyes here. Taking some full deep breaths. Just allowing for the heart to work less. Just finding some comfort here. Relax the jaw. And then we're going to do a little bit of movement here, okay? So from here, let's go ahead and draw that right knee to the chest. And then slowly lower it down. Draw that left knee towards the chest. And then take it back down. Do it nice and slow when you take the leg down because your low back, you kind of feel it a little bit in your low back, right? Okay, so we're going to engage our abdominal area. Let's bend both knees towards the chest, right? And then you could stay here if you'd like. You could extend the legs up towards the sky. You can adjust the placement of the block underneath if you find it feels a little awkward. So There you go. Right, even if the legs are piped, and if you are coming into the full shoulder stand, make sure you really come onto the shoulders, creating some space between the neck. Do not move the head. And if you feel any type of uneasiness or nausea, please come out and rest in Shavasana. Good. Then from here, if you are on the block, for those who are in shoulder stand, please come out and then bend the knees and then slowly. So we're going to take one leg down at a time. Bring the right foot down to the earth, then the left foot down to the earth. Then push the hips up off the block. Remove the block from underneath the body. Push up a little higher. Hold. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. From here, slowly lower down each vertebrae at a time. Allow for the shoulders to escape from underneath the body. Extend the left leg. Extend the right leg. Draw the legs together. So the complement pose to our shoulder stand or supported bridge. Bring the hands along sides of the hips. So you actually have a couple options here. If you want to take a hold of the sides of the thighs or sit, bring the tops, you could sit on the tops of the hands underneath the thighs, right? Now from here, draw the legs together. Let's go ahead and shift the weight onto the elbows. Take a peek at the feet. Tilt the pelvis forward down to the mat. And then arching the low back, upper back, and then you're going to release the top of the head to the earth. Not the side, not the forehead, the top of the head. Or if you want to put a block underneath, make sure you're opening up the chest. Good. Take some full, deep, conscious breaths here. Good. Full, conscious, deep breaths into the chest. Now shift the weight back onto the elbows. Take a peek at the feet. And then lower down, nice and slow. Sometimes people get a head rush here. So take it very easy. Okay. Take it easy here. Good. From here, bend the knees. And then what we'll do here, so you see my hand, let's go ahead and cup the knees. So the arms are straight, cup the knees with the palms, and then gently roll from side to side, just massaging the sacral area. Just very little movement here. Good. Now come to stillness. Now from here, now we're just going to rock up and along the spine. Now give the whole spinal column a nice massage, and this also builds momentum as we come up back up to our seat. Ta-da. Okay, so we're back into our seat. I'm going to face you guys. Extend the legs out. Coming back to that seated stack. Hands along sides of the hips. Bend that right knee towards the chest. Take this right foot on the outside of the left knee, right? And again, we have two options here. You can always have that leg extended, or you can roll onto that left hip, bring that left knee in. So we're gonna twist all together, Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist, okay? So what we'll do first, so we're not twisting yet, let's inhale that right arm up and back for that stability behind us, right? Good. And we have two options here, right? We're not twisting yet. You can either hug that front knee or come into stop sign. Stop sign's a little bit deeper. Now we're gonna twist all together, like one big happy family, okay? Inhale deeply, lengthen the spine up, and then twist from the navel up the spine, and the gaze is towards the right side. Flatten that right palm. Try not to collapse back. Good. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Feel that nice, healthy twist to the thoracic spine. Close the eyes here. Good. Take the gaze forward and then gently release the twist. Roll back onto the sacrum and then uncross the legs and extend. Second side. So readjust the sitting bones always, right? Bend that left knee towards the chest. Left foot on the outside of the right knee. Again, so you can have the leg extended, or you can roll onto that right hip, bend that left knee. So we're going to twist all together. Inhale that left arm up and back. Two options. Hug that front knee or stop sign. I like stop sign. All right, so now we're going to twist all together. Inhale, lengthen the spine up. And then twist from the navel, up the spine. The gaze is towards the left. Flatten that left palm. Close the eyes or have a soft gaze here. Good. Take the gaze towards the front of the mat. Gently release the twist. Roll back onto the sacrum and extend the legs out. And then from here, let's go ahead and just come into any simple cross-legged pose. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sit up nice and tall so we come to the end of the asanas portion. Coming into yoga mudra, the yogic seal. So sit up nice and tall. Legs are crossed. Take a hold of the right wrist behind you. You can even bring the fingertips and thumb to chin mudra for consciousness. So let's absorb and seal this physical portion. So from here, inhale, take a nice full deep breath. And then exhale, hinge from the hip crease. Folding all the way down to the earth. Or if you want to take a block on its highest height, you can rest your forehead down on the block. Or if you do come up just halfway, please tuck the chin towards the chest, wherever you fall, wherever you hinge forward. Now slowly, making this the slowest movement of your day, begin to hinge upward. Back to your seat, nice and slow. And then releasing the hands back to the knees, and just observe how you feel at this time. Good. And from here, we'll just slowly spin to face the backs of our mats. Extend the right leg out and the left leg out. We're going to take it down to Shavasana. Bring the arms alongside, arms in front of the body, palms facing down. Point the toes, tuck the chin towards the chest. Use abdominal strength to slowly lower down to your Shavasana. And then once you get down there, let out a well-deserved Good. Make sure the shoulder blades escape from underneath the body. So before we come into our rest, before Yoga Nidra, we're going to practice Sigra Shavasana. It's a quick tightening and releasing of the body, right? We're going to lift an inch off the mat and then let it down to the earth, right? Not that hard, but we're just going to drop down to the earth, okay? So we're here in Shavasana. Now from here, inhale, squeeze all the muscles in the body, point the toes, make this, lift an inch off the mat, prune face everything towards the tip of the nose, squeeze, 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 and release down. Madre mia. Now at this time, if you would like to put an eye pillow, put a blanket over your body to retain some heat, you may do so at this time. Nothing has to become, nothing has to be done. Please just rest here in your Yoga Nidra. Feel the body softening, relaxing and releasing down to the earth. Really just finding some comfort and ease at this time. Allowing for the body to assimilate our entire practice for today. At this time, doing a quick body scan from the toe, slowly making your way up, nice and slow, to the crown of the head, and just observing any excess tightness or kinks in the body. Just sending a mental note to tell that part to just release down. It is safe. The breath should be smooth, soft, and subtle. So also notice the breaths flow in and out naturally without any strain. Witnessing the breath. The mind. If any thoughts arise, let those thoughts pass on by. Do not become attached to these thoughts or identify yourself with these thoughts. Let these thoughts pass on by. Witnessing the mind. Yana. Shanti. Shanti means peace. We all have it inside us already. It is with you wherever you go, and you can access it at any time. So please, enjoy this peace and rest the mind. Begin to take deep breaths. Begin to take slightly deeper breaths. Feeling that prana once again pervading throughout your entire body from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Move the hands and feet, creating micro movements to the body to slowly wake the body. Now point the toes, reach the arms up and overhead and stretch as if you were stretching, waking up for a second time today. And then releasing whenever you are ready. Good, and then bending the knees, bringing both feet onto the mat, and then rolling over onto your right side, using your hands to prop your head up as a pillow. And just take a few moments here just to absorb your beautiful, powerful, unique yoga practice. Now maintaining that inward focus, use your left arm to slowly brace yourself back up into a seated posture. Nice and slow, retaining that energy, facing the front of your mat in a seated posture. With the eyes closed or soft closed, you can even have a blanket over you in case you still want to keep yourself warm as we practice our pranayama. With our pranayama, it's very important to have the posture intact. So keep the spine nice and long so that the back of the lungs, everything is open. We're going to practice Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath. Right, so with Kapalabhati, as you all know, with this challenge, right? So you snap the abdomen in, forces the air out simultaneously. Okay, so try to keep the body steady. So again, snap the abdomen in, forces the air out. Okay. So sit up nice and tall, soft gait. Exhale fully. Inhale, partial breath. Let's begin. Continue at your pace. Try to keep the body steady. And remember, each expulsion should be vigorous, right? But not strained. Exhale fully. Inhale, fill up the lungs all the way up to the top. Nice Dirghasvasana breath. When you get to the top, pause. And then exhale very, very slowly with control. Pouring it all out. And return to your normal breath when you're ready. Good. Second round. So exhaling completely. Inhale, partial breath. Let's begin. Continue. So this cleans all the nadis in the skull, burns any excess mucus caused by allergies or sinus infection. And this also stimulates the digestive system. Exhale fully. Inhale, deep breath. Fill up the lungs all the way up to the top. When you get to the top, pause. And exhale very, very slowly with control. Return to your normal breath when you're ready. Pausing here. So remember, with pranayama, the benefit is the controlled, slow exhalation. Okay? So Nadi Shuddhi, nerve purification, also known as alternate nostril breathing. So if you already have a Nadi Shuddhi practice, please begin. Right? For everyone else, make a gentle fist with your right hand. Release the thumb, ring finger, and pinky, Vishnu Mudra. Right? Spine is nice and long. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale to the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it with the ring finger. Release the thumb. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the thumb. Release the ring finger. Exhale through the left. So continue here. You're going to be here for a few breaths. This is known as the balancing breath, as it balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Remember, the pattern is exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale, change nostrils. That's the sequence, okay? And then when you slowly begin to familiarize yourself with Nadi Shuddhi, try increasing the exhalation twice as long than the inhalation. And this also prepares us for our meditation. finding some stillness, coming into that meditative state. And finishing one round. And when you exhale, finally exhale through the right nostril. Gently return the hand back to the knee or the lap and just observe how you feel at this time. We'll close the class with a brief meditation and the closing slogans. So again, when one meditates, you can silently repeat a mantra in your head. Or you can use any meditation technique that you'd like to use. Again, if you notice any thoughts arise or become distracted some way, please return to your point of focus and concentration, and please continue to meditate. So I'm going to tap my singing bowl once, which will then lead into the silence, okay? So now for the closing slokas, the closing prayers, to send our Hatha practice, this greater good out into the world, because as we know, the world needs it, right? So we'll be doing the slokas all together in Sanskrit and in English, all together if you know it. And if you don't know the words, you can just come along or just join whenever you're ready, okay? Asatoma Satgaya Dasoma Jyotirgaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to the light. Lead us from the fear of death to knowledge of immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. May the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. Jai Sri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Bowing to the inner light within you and everything you are connected with. Thank you all so much for having me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it as part of your challenge, and I will see you Thursday. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.